Hey, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to do a little quick video showing you how a little bit more about how some of these intelligent agents that I've got set up work. One of the ones that we went over in the workshop the other day was this getting an early start to class. So I just wanted to show you a little bit more in detail so you could actually set one up of your own. So notice one, there's 12 users identified in this particular intelligent agent, and the last time that it ran was on January 5th. Now, again, remember, I recommend that you send this out 1 week before class starts, update it with your own, syllabus, schedule, technology policy, whatever, and then again, when the computer does not see a EVA, it will only send it out one time so that the student has a copy of the syllabus, schedule, and technology policy with a little bit of information about how to get a best start to the semester. So I'm going to click on this link to the agent. Okay, now notice I did put a little star in front of it. That means that it's going to be at the top of the list when it evaluates for alphabetical order. Okay, all right. One, notice I do not have the agent enabled because I do. This one has ended for the term. Okay, scheduling on this one. Notice I set it up as daily. You can set it up on different time frames. It's going to run once a day. It'll run at 5 p.m. So again, in this particular one, this is my 221 class. If somebody gets added to the class during the day, immediately at 5 p.m. they're going to receive this email because it's going to evaluate every single day between the 5th of January and January 9th. So that January 9th for this particular class is the last add date. Okay. So then when I come down here to the criteria, number one, I choose all users visible in the class list. So again, that means that I will get a version of this email. So again, I like to see it as it goes out so that I can correct any errors or anything that might be happening there. All right, and then under the release conditions, so under this one, I specifically put in has not received a grade for the grade item EVA assignment. So you can set it up for whatever you like, but that's what I'm working from here. You can create different release conditions, and there are numerous ones. You can see, all kinds of things here. So this one has not received a grade. So on this one, it's under the grades. No grade received is what we're looking for on this one. And then once you click on no grade received, then you click the specific assignment that you're looking for. So again, this one was just the EVA. And then once you save it, it lists all the items down here. Now, just as a general note, notice right here it says all conditions must be met. You can set up multiple conditions, and if any of those conditions are met, then it will send the email. I'll do another one of these little videos later and show you how I use that one as well. All right, so then what's the action? All right, so first of all, on this one, I only want it to take action the first time the agent criteria is satisfied for the user. All right, so it's only going to send this to the student one time. It's not going to, spam them, every single day when this initiates. Then I checked the box that says send an email when the criteria are satisfied. And notice right here it says names that the emails come from. Okay, now I'm going to save and close this for a moment because I'm going to show you where that shows up, because that is not the default. All right, so if I hit save and close, right up here at the top of the agent list under settings, notice this group right here where it says system no reply. This is where this defaults to. So if you want your name and your email address to go out to them, which I actually like, because then they can just simply hit reply and it comes right directly back to me. The other thing is that the students, it was interesting. I didn't realize that this was the case when I first started sending these out, and they were getting the little system no replies, and they were like, oh, well, I just figured it was something automatically sent from the system. Well, there is some element of this that it's like I am intervening on a weekly basis using these intelligent agents. And it was really funny how as soon as I changed the name and the reply address, I get lots of responses back from the students saying, thank you, I appreciate you touching base, etc. So getting back to this specific one, again, I'm going to come down here to actions. It's going to take it the first time. Now it's going to put my name and my reply address in there. And again, notice it says, how can I change the default from and reply settings? So there's the information there. And then notice right here, it says, what special email addresses can I use? So notice this has an item there that says initiating user. So I come down here and you've got initiating user and initiating user auditors. Okay. So the initiating user, I just simply copy and paste it into the to line. All right. Then in the subject area, I've just got getting an early start to class, and notice right here, I actually put the name of the class in. If this were my 120 class, I would actually put the section number in there, just because I send these out for multiple classes, and then you can kind of start to get confused as to, who's replying and from what class, and, where to find them, etc. All right. Then notice right here, I've got initiating user first name. Okay, so notice right here, what strings can I use in the subject and message? All right, so again, there's several of these things that are listed here, so you can go through and take a look at those. So this one would read like, if it was coming to me, it would say, hello, Ann, I'm Ann Roberts, and this org unit name would say ACC 120, Principles of Financial Accounting, B225, or actually this one's 221, N800 instructor for spring 2024. So then that way you don't have to update that particular item every single semester if you don't want to. You can if you like. And then you can see here that, basically, I just tell them, you register for a class that begins next Monday, take the initiative, start reading. I give them information about how to get access to the book, because again, in 221, we are continuing on with 220, and, I need them to start the ground running, okay? So, if you need help getting access to technology, I give them the link here. Just remember that on ADA compliance, embedding links into emails makes screen reader compatibility difficult, because the screen reader cannot see that embedded link in the email. All right. Then again, I tell them what's listed here, highly recommended, that they don't take too many classes with a course like this. Email me with any questions, and I look forward to working with you. And then a lot of times right here, your org unit name instructor, again, that would read like your ACC 221 N800 instructor. And again, sometimes if I remember to, I will, update that with my actual name there. All right. But I've already introduced myself at the top. So again, also notice that down here, I've got attachments, and I just simply uploaded and attached the schedule and the syllabus, and the email format goes out as HTML. All right. So then what ends up happening, because I actually set it up on a schedule, right? I set it up, it's going to go out those days, and then it's going to turn off. So at that point, once you've got it set up, even for the future, you just hit save and close, and it'll run when you like for it to. Okay, so there's one that you can kind of get set up with, first impressions are always good, or good first impressions are always good. Then the other one that I wanted to show you in this particular one was these weekly assignments. Okay, so I've got an email where I've got weekly missed assignments or low grades, so that gives them an email that goes out, and you'll see that I've already got 2 students, and you can see that it ran an hour ago. So if I click on that one, let me show you how this one works. Okay, so the scheduling, there is no schedule because I just run this one manually. And then under the criteria, notice right here I've got multiple criteria. So they had 2 assignments last week, a smart book and a homework. I set that up and I put any condition must be met. So if they made a D or lower on one of those assignments, so it could be either, and you could set up multiple assignments, they will get this email. Okay, then again, under the actions, we're going to take action every time the agent is evaluated, because this one goes out, I evaluate it every week. So as I do my attendance, then I make sure that my grades are updated properly, and then I run this intelligent agent. All right, so then this one, this one I adjust each week for whatever assignments were due the previous week. So next week, it'll say week 2, and then I'll reference whatever assignments were due that week. And then again, it'll say, because again, this is missing or low grades, one, my important note if they're consistently missing work, and I give them a warning about stopped attending. And then I also remind them that they get multiple attempts on smart books and 3 attempts on homework. So, don't leave points on the table, take advantage of office hours, tutoring, etc. And then, pointing to videos. And then, I always have all of my information down here, including my office hours links and everything else, so they can just click on the links and whatnot, or just reply to the email if they need to contact me. So I'm just constantly trying to keep all that information in front of them week after week. Okay, so this one I update, I hit save and close. And then once I come back down here to the list, this one's under, again, I put grades in front of this one. So then I come down here, I hit the drop down, and you can do a practice run on it, or you can run now. And that's how I run that, that email every week. So one, I always believe that, touching base with the students if they're not doing well is good. And then I also have another email that is very, very similar, but it's a well done message each week that works exactly the same way. So, had 2 that didn't do so great this past week and 9 that did really good this week. Now, here's the thing though. This email up here says that if they made a 69.9 or less on any of the assignments, they get this email. Then if they made 70 or greater on all the assignments, they get this email. Okay, so then that should be a touch base with everybody throughout the week, and should include everyone. So you can see other things that I've got here. I've got, a reminder for the comprehensive problem is open. So this one I run usually on like a weekly basis. I don't want to spam them because then they'll stop reading my email. Again, like EDA until the census date, I've got one for blended or hybrid, and then I've got one for online. So again, those specific instructions, depending on what type of class it is, those work really well as well. And by the way, one of the things that is always interesting, notice that this one says one user identified. If I click on this, notice it's me. Okay, so I know that email, and it says action taken is the email sent. Also notice that I can come up here and I can hit history, and I can actually see every single time that it ran and how many users were identified in there. Okay, so I really like these intelligent agents. I hope this little video was helpful, and let me know if you got any questions. Thanks.